Today, I'm going to show you 3 lists you need to make with your parents right now. It's going to save you tons of heartache, a lot of frustration, and most of all, it's going to keep you from going crazy. Are you ready? It's time to downsize. Welcome back to Time to Downsize, the real estate company that wants to help you downsize your stuff so you can upsize your life. Hi, my name's Rich Sparks, associate broker and your host today. Whether you're downsizing your own home or you're helping your parents downsize to a home that's more manageable, our goal is to make the job easier for you. Imagine you've been given the job to help an incapacitated loved one. Maybe you're the trustee, your loved one's passed away. You want to do a good job. You want to do right by them, but you just don't have the information you need. You start digging through all their paperwork. You start looking here and there, just trying to find the information you need so that you can do the task that's been bestowed upon you. But no matter how much you look, how many boxes you go through, how many taxes from 1973 you find, you don't find the information you really need. These 3 lists we're going to share with you today will empower you to do the job you want to do and help keep you from losing your mind. Now you're going to want to stick around to the end. We're going to teach you a little bit about power of attorney and how some people have misinterpreted this and thrown the estate into probate. So we want you to avoid that. So make sure you stick around to the end for that little tidbit. Very important. List number 3, the health list. Now on this health list, you want to know the names of the doctors, contact information, what prescriptions your parents taking, when they're taking it. So you need that schedule on there. Which pharmacy do they use? All this information is crazy important. Have it all outlined. It's going to save you hours of time. You also want to make sure you know who the healthcare provider is. Who's the insurance company? Have that information, their insurance number and everything down on list number 3. Now, before we start, list number 2, had to get the right fingers up there. I want to tell you, list number 1 that we're going to talk about here in a minute, that's the toughest list. And that's the one our past clients, it's the most missed list and the one they wish they had the most. So please stick around for that. It's not an easy one, but it's one I'm sure you can do. List number 2. This is kind of the legal list. Do you have a durable power of attorney for your parents? If they become incapacitated, who's going to manage the money? Where's their bank accounts? What's their bank account numbers? Medical power of attorney. Who's in charge of making those medical decisions? You know, it's one of those things, ounce of prevention, pound of cure type things. Have that all down a list. Also, you're going to want to ensure you know if this property, or if they have a will, if they do have a will, where's it at? Secondly, do they have a trust? And if so, is the trust funded? If you're not sure what that means, reach out to us, we'll let you know. But it's basically making sure that the assets are put into the trust. I read a statistic one time that, first off, it was only like 15 to 20% of Americans had trusts set up. And out of that 15 and 20%, less than 30% actually funded it, which meant moving the items from here into the trust. Now, the other thing you're going to want to know, did maybe someone do a quit claim deed? Sometimes they call it drawer quit claim deeds, where they've done one, but they hid it into the drawer where this is going to be executed after the passing of the loved one. By the way, not necessarily a great idea, but a lot of people do it. If so, is there one and where is it? That should all be on this list. List number 1. This is the list that no one really likes to make, but it's so important. This list is very, very simple. Final arrangements. Sitting down with your loved one and talking with them, finding out what it is they want. See if they've had maybe a pre-planned funeral. Maybe they have certain wishes that just has to get done. Hey, hon. Yeah, I'm in the middle of shooting a video. Oh, you want me to tell him about that? That's okay? All right, I wasn't going to share, but since you said it's okay, you got it. That was my wife, Pam. She's awesome. She wanted me to share our experience. So my wife and I sat down with our kids and we started going through this for ourselves. And come to find out, Pam, she wanted a very traditional funeral. Very traditional. She wanted, the casket, the preacher, viewings, just a very traditional funeral. When the kids looked at me and asked me, Dad, what is it you want? I told them very simply, hey, have a barbecue. Have some comedians show up. Maybe someone playing acoustic guitar. Have a party. Let's make this a celebration of life because I've had an awesome life. I've been blessed by my family and friends. I can't complain. That's what I want. So two very distinct, different type of funerals that we were able to share with our kids and put down on paper. So when that time comes, and I hate to say it, that time will be coming for all of us. So take a minute and put this list together. You'll be glad you did. Now, for the tip you've been waiting for, power of attorney. Here's what we come across so often. We have clients that come in, their parent has passed away. And I ask them if their property, I check public records, I don't see that the property was put into a trust. Maybe they had low assets and a trust just didn't make sense. Keep in mind, I'm not an attorney. You should talk to your attorney about that. I'm just a real estate agent that happens to know a little bit about this stuff. But going back to power of attorney, a lot of these adult children said, hey, I have a power of attorney for the property, so yeah, I can sign all that. Here's the thing with power of attorneys. Once that person passes away, that power of attorney is no more. So now the property has to go through probate, which we're gonna do a video on probate down the road, which will educate you on it. It's not nearly as bad as most people think, but if you can avoid it, avoid it. Kind of like the common cold. So anyway, make sure that the power of attorney is correct and there are other means of getting around probate without having to have a trust, but a power of attorney will not do it. My name's Rich Sparks, time to downsize.com. If anything we can ever do to help you, reach out to us. We're here from you. We're nation to nation helping people just like yourself with their property and their parents' property. Now, don't miss how to downsize your kitchen in 3 easy steps. I'm Rich Sparks. I love you, and I am out.